Okay, so what if I told you that meditation isn't something you have to sit down and do for a few minutes every day? What if it's actually a state you can live in, a way of being that just naturally brings your biggest, boldest vision to life? In this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how you can make that shift.
And this quote right here from the sage Ramana Maharshi, this is the whole key. Just think about that for a second. Meditation isn't this battle to quiet your mind. It's about returning to the stillness that's already who you are. The practice, that's just about clearing away all the noise, all the distractions that are covering up your true nature.
So how do we actually do this? How do we start living in this meditative state? Well, you need a map. And the source material gives us a brilliant one called The Point of Life, which is going to be our guide through this whole process.
And here it is, our map. This pyramid is so powerful because it shows how every single part of your life is connected. It all starts at the bottom with your environment, your home, your workspace. That directly influences your daily behaviors, which are, of course, made possible by your capabilities and your skills. Now, those are guided by your values and beliefs, which then shape your identity, who you truly believe you are. And way up at the top, the peak of it all, is your vision. So we're going to build this thing from the ground up.
But before we can even think about that big vision at the top, we have to master the base of our pyramid. It all starts by getting control over our own inner world. That means our physical body and our mind.
The writer Charles Haanel lays out this surprisingly simple two-step method. Step 1 is all about mastering physical stillness. The goal is to sit without a single twitch, without any adjustment, just to prove to yourself that you are in control of your body's impulses. And only after you've got that down, you move to step 2, controlling thought. And this isn't about having a totally blank mind, it's about gaining the power to choose which thoughts you actually pay attention to. That, right there, is the foundation of real mental control.
Okay, so once you've built this foundation of physical and mental control, now you can start to see the real purpose of meditation. It's not just some exercise you do. It's about embodying a state of being so completely that it literally becomes your new nature. I love this slide because it captures the whole shift we're talking about perfectly. On the left, you've got the way most of us see meditation. It's an activity, a tool, maybe a temporary escape. But the goal, what we see on the right, is to realize that meditation is a state you are. You literally are the quiet mind. It's not something you find, it's something you uncover. And it can become your permanent reality. And when you get this, when it really clicks, everything changes. You start to see that you're living meditation in every single moment. The mental walls of us versus them start to just dissolve. You stop identifying with those nagging thoughts of lack or not being good enough. And instead, you tap into this amazing state of fulfillment that's always there, always in flow. Now we get to climb up the pyramid to level 5, identity. This is where that inner state of being starts to totally redefine who you think you are. And trust me, this is a real game changer. As you go deeper into this meditative state, your sense of self just shifts. You stop thinking you're the temporary clouds, your thoughts, your emotions, your problems, and you start realizing you're the silent, unchanging sky behind it all. The source calls this pure awareness, and its nature isn't about striving or lacking anything. Its very nature is complete fulfillment. This affirmation is such a powerful tool for locking in that new identity. It's basically a declaration that you already are that fulfillment. And from that point of view, everything happening in your life just becomes the bridge of incidents. It's a perfect path unfolding to your vision. You go from seeing problems to seeing this incredible orchestrated process.
So, with our foundation set and our identity totally aligned, we finally get to the peak of the pyramid, vision. But from up here, from this new perspective, our whole understanding of vision completely transforms. And this, right here, is the ultimate punchline. Your vision isn't some far-off mountain you have to struggle to climb. It's a river of flow that comes directly from your inner state. When you embody that identity of pure awareness, your vision doesn't feel like something you have to chase. It feels like something that flows through you, right here, right now. Let's look at our pyramid one last time, but now see it as a whole system. When your environment, your behaviors, your beliefs, and your identity are all in harmony with that core of pure awareness, energy just flows, effortlessly, from the bottom to the top. Your inner world and outer world become one seamless expression. And that expression is your vision manifested. So the question really isn't, are you going to meditate, but how are you going to live your meditation today? What's one small way you can shift from that frantic doing to just a centered being?
For those of you who want to practice this in a really supportive environment, I actually host weekly leadership meditations in the Mind Muscle Academy, designed for exactly this. If that sounds like your next step, just drop a comment below for more info. Let's continue this journey together.